Who's been the rudest celebrity you've ever met?
Ariana Grande.
Oh, hey, pretty girl, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Mango Tea.
Mango tea. Made in China, bitch.
Drama poodle, do you have drama for daddy? Tell me the drama. My goodness, Drama Poodle, I had no idea about that. Thank you for telling Daddy all the drama. Bitch, Drama Poodle was just telling me all the controversy surrounding James Charles and Ariana Grande. James exposed Ariana on a YouTube video. I have all the tea here for you today, as well as, is Ariana really a bitch? I'm gonna tell you about my personal experiences with Ariana Grande. So put on your seatbelt, get ready. We have a lot to talk about today. Do the video. Bitch, the drama never stops. It is Easter Sunday. Happy Easter, girl. I was relaxing in my bed, sipping on my tension tamer tea, hoping to have a relaxing Easter Sunday with my husband, but the drama never stops. But before we discuss today's drama, I did want to let you know that your girl did launch her very own beauty channel.
The channel's called Mango Beauty. On Mango Beauty, I'm going to be testing out and reviewing the latest makeup releases. I'm going to be doing makeup tutorials, hairdressing videos. I have so many more exciting things to come on Mango Beauty. So if you're interested in checking out my first video and subscribing, the link's going to be down in the description box below.
So anyways, the latest James Charles video featured Shane Dawson and Ryland Adams, and it was a beauty challenge video. So Shane was doing one half of James's face and Ryland was doing the other half. So I was trying to get through, trying not to cringe, watching Shane and Ryland actually attempt to do makeup on James. So in the video, James, Shane, and Ryland were doing like a chit chat, asking different questions to James and that sort of thing. And then Shane got James's phone and started going through, trying to see like who the most famous celebrity was in his phone. And then it brought on to this question. Who is the rudest celebrity that you've ever met? He instantly just like snap called and said, Ariana Grande. Now, James didn't even have to think, not even for a microsecond. He instantly said Ariana Grande. It's almost like they pre-planned this or they knew that they wanted to talk about this. I feel like if someone asked me that question and I had millions of subscribers or I had millions of followers or people on social media, like I was telling people on my YouNow stream, if you guys want to see me on YouNow, I do a nightly YouNow stream, younow.com/stevenmango, around 5-6 p.m. LA time. I go on live stream and answer your questions. So I was on live stream and I was talking about this situation and I was saying, well, you know, if you have millions of people following you or just a social media presence in general, you really just have to be careful what you say. And you know, if you have a very big audience, you know that anything you say is going to start to spiral out of control, so to speak. I'm sure that Ariana's having people write,
Hi, sister.
Hi, sisters, all over her photos and stuff like that. So I think James really had some sort of vendetta in a way if he decided to out Ariana Grande as the rudest celebrity that he's ever met. So Shane and Ryland were like,
Spill the tea, girl. Spill the tea. Tell us everything.
basically how this all happened was that Ariana started following James on Instagram and they started DMing back and forth.
She had followed me and DM'd me, and I was like, oh my god, love you the most ever, like, thank you. And she was like, oh my god, wish I knew you were coming, like, I would have loved to have you backstage. And I was like, ah.
But this was all during the time that James was engaged in scandal. So there was a lot going on at this time regarding James and he was being called out and all this sort of stuff. So Ariana's fans got so enraged that Ariana was following James that her Arianators got so strong and were saying,
Don't follow him. Don't follow him. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe.
and she did. She unfollowed James. So that set off James. So James started writing to Ariana saying, well, did I do something wrong? Why did you unfollow me? He was really confused why Ariana unfollowed him. I mean, he knew, but I think he just wanted more of a direct answer. So Ariana said, well,
Hey babe, like, I just saw a lot of angry tweets from my fans and I would never want to disappoint them, so I unfollowed.
and then James got really upset at that, and he wrote back to Ariana, and he said,
You have 100 million fans, it's really disappointing that you would, like, stoop to the level of listening to people bullying me just to, like, appease them, but okay.
think if you have even several thousand, never mind millions of followers, she's getting messages like that fast on her social media, I'm sure. So for her to actually see on her page that there was such a controversy surrounding James Charles or her fans were upset, in the big scroll of all her messages that are coming through, when you have 100 million followers, you're gonna get messages all day and night. she saw such a controversy surrounding James that she decided to unsubscribe. Now, do I think it was fair or a right thing for Ariana to do? Does this make Ariana a bitch in this situation, or is this something that's justified? In my opinion, what I learned with social media is that it is a very big platform, and especially if you have an audience. And let's say, for example, I'm on Twitter and I write about a review about a restaurant or about a hotel, for example. I have to know that I have a platform and an audience that if I'm going to put that information out there, you best bet that even though I don't directly ask people to go attack that business or that company, people will do so. And you're actually stirring up trouble in a way when you call someone out publicly, whether you're exposing them, whether you don't even mean to. Maybe you're just writing and saying, hey, like the food was cold when it came out at the restaurant. But you have to know when you have so many followers that anything you say could cause something that seems small into a huge situation. So did James know right now what he was doing by calling out Ariana? Of course. He wants his fans now, because he has a much bigger platform now, to start going after Ariana and say, I can't believe he did that to James Charles. So this is his way of getting revenge back at Ariana years after the fact. But you have to really think, when you are an influencer of that size, even if you're just someone like me, you have to just really be careful what you say on social media. I think that's a lesson for all of us. You just have to really be careful what you say. And I know James is young and he's learning, just like a lot of these other people we watch who are 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. They're young, they're growing, and I don't think a lot of them really realize the scope of the audience that they have. They don't realize that there's millions of people behind them and that anything they say could cause a whole tidal wave of trouble. Now let's also look at what James did recently. I'm sure you guys knew about the scandal. I did not report on it because I was going through personal things like I've told you in previous videos, but James outed this guy who they were like DMing back and forth and were planning to like meet up to like hook up and stuff, and that guy actually had a girlfriend. James told the girlfriend, but not only just the girlfriend, he tweeted it out to his millions of followers that this guy was trying to hook up with him. Now, I don't know if he necessarily said the name, but it did come out. I did see the guy's page. Everyone was tweeting the name of the guy, and people went on his page and said,
Hi sister, hi sister, hi sister, cheater.
whatever. So you kind of know when you're that level that it's going to start to cause trouble if you were going to expose someone, you know? Anyways, so how do I know Ariana Grande? Well, back in the day, I make it seem like it was so long ago, but back when I was like 18 to 21 or so, I was a professional stand-in and background actor on many different television shows. Now I'm gonna do a whole story time about this. I'm starting like a personal channel where I'm gonna do story times and vlogs and all that sort of stuff, so you guys can get to know me more on a personal level. I'm gonna save this just for like strictly drama and exposing, and all like the juicy stuff is gonna be here on Mango Tea. But back in the day, I was a professional background actor. So I was in the Screen Actors Guild, I still am, and I was a union actor, and I had basically it's kind of like a management company, I guess you can say, and they would submit me for jobs and I would get booked on television shows. Now, when I was 18, I was legal to work as an adult, and I looked young enough to work on the Disney shows and the Nickelodeon shows. So they wanted to hire me because I looked so young and I was a legal adult, so I could work more hours. So instead of hiring a 15 or 16-year-old kid who could only work 5 hours a day without, you know, having to go to school and all of that, I could work now 12, 14 hours, or they could basically work me into the ground. So they would prefer to hire someone like me because I could stay on set longer and I look younger, but I am older, so it's kind of like a win-win situation. So I did like every Disney Nickelodeon show like known to man. I was on Big Time Rush for many seasons on Nickelodeon. I did Hannah Montana. I did Wizards of Waverly Place with Selena Gomez. I was on a ton of different television shows. So if you guys are interested in hearing the story time about the different actors and actresses and stuff I worked with, I will promise I will make that video. But one of the shows I did work very regularly on was Victorious. Now, Victorious starred Victoria Justice, and one of the co-stars on the show was Ariana Grande, as well as it was kind of like an ensemble cast. Victoria Justice was the star, but then once Ariana Grande started, you know, performing and singing and all of that, she kind of became the breakout star on Victoria Justice's show, which is very funny because Ariana later, as we all know, went on to become a superstar, and Victoria Justice and the other one just kind of are them. They didn't actually become huge breakout worldwide, like well-known mainstream stars like Ariana did. Now, I remember back in the day from like season 1 or season 2 of this show, I told even my sister, I'm like, Ariana Grande is going to be a big star. And I was an Arianator before there even were Arianators. I just thought she was so talented. Her voice, just everything about her, like she just stood out on set so much. And obviously Ariana Grande, you know, she has a voice of Mariah Carey, or even better than Mariah Carey, some would say. I think people think that Ariana is a big diva. Now, keep this in mind. When I knew Ariana Grande, this was back in 2011, 2012, maybe. I didn't do Sam and Cat. But I was on Victorious. So probably around 2011, I would say. So this was 7 years ago. This is when she had the red hair. This was probably near like the last season of Victorious from the last time I was with Ariana. Now, I don't know her well enough where she would even remember who I am. Maybe I'll show you guys screenshots of different episodes and things I was when I was on the episodes with Ariana or with Victoria Justice and some of these Nickelodeon stars. Some of you guys may be like, I don't know what you're talking about or what this show is, but it was the show that discovered Ariana Grande. Now, as a professional cinema background actor, you're really not supposed to like interact with the cast and stuff like that outside of your job duties. You know, it's very frowned upon to talk to like the celebrity actors. So even if I was on set with Angelina Jolie or something and she's standing right next to me, you're not supposed to say anything, even between takes, because you have to think these actors are focused, they're in the character, they're in the scene, they're like memorizing lines and stage direction and stuff like that. So it's not normal, or it's very frowned upon. You shouldn't approach the celebrity or talk to them in any form unless you're spoken to. Because remember, this is like a very low-level job. It's not where you think, it sounds cool, it sounds glamorous to be someone stand-in or be in the background, and especially if you're featured in the background, where I could be sitting next to the celebrity, you know, in an airplane scene or something like that. So there are very cool moments that you can have by doing this job, but you're really not supposed to talk to the cast or anyone unless spoken to. But on a lot of these Disney and Nickelodeon shows, we were all pretty young, 18, 19, 20, and I don't remember how old Ariana or Victoria Justice were at the time, but they were young adults. And a lot of them on these Disney Nickelodeon shows would talk to the background actors and the stand-ins and stuff like that, just because, you know, I think for them, we understood what their job was, versus they can't just make friends in the outside world because people want to use them for being an actor or being a star. So a lot of these actors and actresses, I think, talk to the background actors because we were on set with them. We were doing kind of the same industry. We weren't starstruck by these people most of the time. Not the Disney people, but we weren't starstruck. So we would talk to them and stuff like that. But I think on set, Ariana was very professional. She was very nice to the other background actors and the cast and the crew and people who were working with her. She wasn't diva-ish. If anyone was diva-ish, I think Victoria Justice was a little bit more. She was always looking at herself. She was always a little bit more distant than the others were on that show specifically. But I think Ariana was really cool. I didn't get any diva vibes off of her at this time. But again, remember, this is 7 years ago. This is before like all her hit songs, before she became who we see Ariana as today. So I'm not sure exactly what year James is speaking of. This could have even been 3-4 years ago. Now, a lot of people, when I was talking about doing this video, were saying, well, oh, Ariana has had many diva moments. She's been called a bitch by many people, and a lot of people have had very negative experiences with her. But for me, I think when you're on set, that really shows someone's character. It shows if they're going to be on time, if they, you know, show up knowing their lines and they're on their mark, and how they work with like the director and stuff like that. I was there over several months, guys, off and on. I would maybe work the show Thursday, Friday, week 1. Next week I'd be on Big Time Rush on Nickelodeon. The week after I would be on Glee, and then I'd get back on Victoria. So I kind of was not on it consecutively over each season, but I worked on it enough where I was encountering Ariana on several different occasions. And I just think that she was very sweet, very nice, and in my personal opinion, with the whole James situation, looking back at all of this, Ariana is just protecting her image. And I think that any of us who had that sort of level of fame would have to do that. I'm sure she has publicists. She has a whole sort of team behind her social media channels and pages and stuff like that. I believe that they were advising her to remove James from her profile. I could understand why James would see this as malicious. I would be very hurt and very upset if one of my favorite celebrities or actors or someone unfollowed me and then they wrote to me like, oh, I had to do it, I'd be like, oh, screw you. But he was under controversy at this time, so this is something that we have to think about. This isn't just that she just didn't like that he posted so much, or she didn't like his photos, for example. This seems like it's because if James said something, like say he said something racist, if Ariana's now following him, people are going to say, oh, why do you support him? Are you racist too? So in order to appease her fans and not look like she's supporting racism or anything like that, and this is a public matter because they're two public figures, she then has to unfriend him just to make sure the coast is clear. Now, she could have stayed followed to him, and I get that, and not have addressed it, not have talked about it, and just happened to have been following him. But there must have been some level of a storm that her fans were causing about this that made her say, you know what, I can't deal with the public relations nightmare to be associated to James Charles. I don't see why now she wouldn't follow him back. I think that he could have DM'd her and said, hey, what's going on? I know that there was controversy in the past, it's cleared up now. Can we like resume our friendship or whatever it was? I don't know how strongly that they knew each other. I can't comment on that, but I did know from the video that he did say that they were DMing back and forth. So at that rate, I mean, I guess they could DM back and forth. And now he goes and calls her the rudest celebrity he's ever met on camera. So now there's basically no chance that James and Ariana are ever going to probably be friends again. I guess it's not really juicy in the sense that I didn't have a negative experience with Ariana Grande. I'm not here to expose her. James did, and he had his own experience with her. I think it's just like anyone. You have a friend and you love that person, and someone else absolutely hates them and doesn't understand why you guys are friends. So I think that, of course, there's going to be people who love her, people who hate her, just like with any public figure. You're not going to have people saying, all across the board, this person is this way. I think that it really depends on the person. I'm nicer to certain people than I would be to others. There's some people that I would eye roll instantly after seeing them, and those people would say I'm a certain way versus the people that I'm genuinely, you know, nice to. So I think it really just depends person to person. We all have different relationships with other people, and we all have different personalities and stuff like that. So that's how I see it. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Ariana was really trying to be a bitch to James Charles? Do you think it was just a business decision? Have you guys heard that she's rude or not? What do you guys think about this whole situation? I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. Go down the comment section down below. I love reading your comments and engaging with you in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe down to this channel as well as Mango Beauty. I'm going to be posting weekly videos doing beauty tutorials. Again, that's my passion, and I'm really excited to be able to share that side of my life with you guys. So make sure you're subscribed both here to Mango Tea as well as Mango Beauty. Turn on your bell notifications to get notified when I make a new video so you don't miss any of the latest drama. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Thanks so much for watching.